Welcome everyone, lecture number 14 of Laplace transform. In my last lecture, I have told you about inverse Laplace transform, where I have discussed about the elementary methods to find the inverse Laplace transform of some functions of p. But sometimes that method doesn't work. In that case, we apply some other methods in which one of the method is method of partial fraction. So let us understand this method by taking one example. Example is find the Laplace inverse of 3p plus 7 divided by p square minus 2p minus 3. This is the example whose Laplace transform we have to find. So what we do here is we first of all factorize the denominator and then we do the partial fraction of this function. क्योंकि इसके जो फैक्टर्स हैं वो लीनियर हैं दोनों, तो जो पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन होगा that will be of this type a upon p minus 3 plus b upon p plus 1. Then we take the LCM of these two fractions so that we get a into p plus 1 plus b into p minus 3, and on left hand side we get 3p plus 7. Denominator part would cancel from both sides. अब a और b की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करने के लिए you can choose either you can equate the coefficients of p and equate constant terms, or you can randomly put the values of p to find the values of a and b. So here I have put it the value of p as equal to -1 in the whole equation. That value makes this term equal to 0 so that we get the value of b, and b is equal to minus when you put p is equal to 3 here in the whole equation, that p is equal to 3 will make this part equal to 0 so that a can be find out. So the value of a is 4 and b is -1. We substitute the values of a and b here to get the partial fractions of this equation, this function. So the Laplace inverse of this function is equal to Laplace inverse of this function minus Laplace inverse of this function. Up, we can take 4 outside the bracket by linearity property. So Laplace inverse of 1 upon p minus 3 would be e raised to the power 3t, and Laplace inverse of 1 upon p plus 1 is e raised to the power minus t. Okay. Next example is Laplace inverse of 2p square minus 6p plus 5 divided by p cube minus 6p square plus 11p minus 6. In the denominator we have cubic equation whose factors can be find out by hit and trial method. Means you put any value of p randomly. If that value makes this whole equation equal to 0, then that will be one of the factor of this equation. Then we divide this equation by that factor. Like suppose if we when you put p is equal to 1 here, you will get 0. So p minus 1 will be one of the factor of this equation. To get rest of the two factors, we divide this equation by p minus 1. That will give you this equation, means quadratic equation. Then we factorize that quadratic equation to get all the three remaining two factors. So these are the three factors of this equation. I have not shown the procedure here. You can try it by yourself. Then this function can be written like this, and because these are linear, So the partial fractions will comes out to be 1 upon 2 into p minus 1 minus 1 upon p minus 2 plus 5 upon 2 p minus 3. So the Laplace inverse of this whole function will be equal to Laplace inverse of each of these three functions. So we can take this 1 upon 2 outside, so that Laplace inverse of 1 upon p minus 1 is e raised power t. Laplace inverse of 1 upon p minus 2 is e raised to the power 2t. Laplace inverse of 1 upon p minus 3, taking 5 upon 2 outside, is e raised to power 3t. So that is the answer of this problem. Very simple problem and very simple method of finding the inverse Laplace transform. Another example is Laplace inverse of 1 upon p plus 1 into p square plus 1. Since this p square plus 1 is quadratic, so partial fractions would be of the type a upon p plus 1 for this, and for this it is bp plus c upon p square plus 1. So we get this equation. Now to get the value of a, b and c, we equate the coefficients of p square, p, and we equate the constant terms from both sides. So when you take the coefficients of p square on the right hand side, the coefficient of p square is a, and here it is b, and on the left hand side we have 0. So one of the equation is a plus b equal to 0. Then we equate the coefficients of p, that will be b and c. B plus c is equal to 0, and we equate the constant terms. So third equation will be a plus c is equal to 1. Solving these three equations, we get the value of a, b and c. Substituting the values of a, b and c, will get these two as partial fractions of this function. So Laplace inverse of this function will be equal to Laplace inverse of this function minus Laplace inverse of this function. Now this can be again written like this: p upon p square plus 1 minus 1 upon p square plus 1. So each of these functions are such that their Laplace inverse can be found out easily. Its Laplace inverse is e raised to minus t. Its Laplace inverse is cos t, and its Laplace inverse is sin t. That's all. This is example number, I think, 4. This is example number 4. And in this example, you can see that in denominator, both of these are quadratic. So partial fractions for this will be a p plus b, and for this cp plus d. Again, you use the method of equating the coefficients of p square, and constant terms, and then evaluate the value of a, b, and c. And to evaluate the value of d, you can substitute the value of a, b, and c in the given equation, in the original equation, to find out the value of fourth variable. So when you solve it and take the Laplace inverse, the answer will comes out to be this. You can verify this. Okay. So try this question by yourself. Thank you very much for watching the video.